Ready, steady, give me good luck. Ready, steady, never look back. Ready, steady, get
na,
me
na, na,
back.
na.
Let's get started. Ready, steady, go.
Wait,
Look,
hang
man,
on. This isn't Full Metal Alchemist.
No, but it does involve rainbows, and isn't that what really matters?
I guess. Was
Yeah.
Rainbow Dash? I don't recall Rainbow Dash being in this episode, but all right.
Well, like the band that sings the second intro to Full Metal Alchemist, as well as the intro to the movie, is a popular anime band known as L'Arc-en-Ciel, which means rainbow. I don't know why you need 3 words to say rainbow. Heck, in Japanese, you use niji. In Russian, you use garadog. See, like, all of those are just 1 words. I don't know why French requires 3 words to say rainbow, but there it is. And, of course, this is Ultraman Arc. And he shoots rainbows whenever, like, he leaves the scene of the crime. So, insert Full Metal Alchemist reference. Also, how many times does that eye catch show up this episode?
Yeah, the eye catch is like really giving me some Ultraman Jack vibes because they use that same sparkly background in like the Return of Ultraman intro.
I was thinking Return of Ultraman because I did watch all the openings, but yeah.
The name of the Ultraman in Return of Ultraman is Ultraman Jack.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so what are we talking about? We are talking about the debut episode of Ultraman Arc, Episode 1, Arc to the Future. Dun, 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 I guess. But yeah, so that's the title of the episode, Arc to the Future. And yeah, what are your thoughts watching this episode for the first time?
It was pretty good. Sorry, my cat.
Yeah.
Bye, kitty. Anyways, I thought it was a pretty good first episode. The fight scenes were definitely good. Which, like I said, parts of it kind of gave me Return of Ultraman vibes. So,
yeah. For me, I'm like thinking like Trigger's based on Tiga, Decker's based on Dyna, Blazar's based on Gaia, which means by natural course of action, this season has to have something to do with Neos. I've never seen Neos, but I don't know. Maybe we'll figure out what the relation is, I guess.
Maybe. I mean, if anything, this feels like Ultraman X 2.0 because in Ultraman X, he would use armors based on different kaiju. So we're bringing back like the whole armor thing for different forms for Ultraman Arc.
You know what's funny is that when I was watching the trailer for it and also the actual theme song, I noticed that the 2 armors that they showed is very punchy and the other is very flighty. So, like, I'm imagining Ultraman Arc saying, "You thought I was going to be an Ultraman Neos remake, but it's actually yet another Tiga remake." Yeah, so...
Konotigada!
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 Yeah. Yeah, because it's like I mean, look at his arms. It's like sky. Like, and you guys believe I'm never making those jokes once those armors start showing up because like freaking it's like box, you opened up Pandora's box like when you made that happen. So I blame this on you. Honore Fox Boxer. But yeah, no, it's kind of interesting because just like with Blazar, this season has the main character already being Ultraman ahead of time. But here he's like more aware of the Ultraman inside of him. Sort of.
Yeah, and he's also got like children's drawings of Arc.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, and so I wonder, like, did he know Arc when he was a kid, like from 15 years ago?
Who knows? I'm sure it'll get explained as the show goes
Oh
along.
yeah, oh yeah. But what's another thing I find interesting is how like one Arc is actually completely sapient, separately from the main character. So like he like straight up talks to him, and he has like a separate voice. I'm like, really now? This is interesting. So it's making me wonder: are they played by two different actors? Um, because their voices definitely sound different. I mean, to be fair, I'm watching the English dub of it, so I mean, you're probably watching the Japanese
version.
Yeah, you're watching the Japanese dub, I'm watching the English dub. Saying like I have attention deficit disorder, which means that if I have the opportunity to watch the English dub, I will take the English dub just because it's more convenient.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair, when I watch Tiga, I watch both English and Japanese. If for no other reason, because of the commodity of, how did they change the story here? Aside from turning Hori into a joke character, but ends up being the go because Hori's love. Hori's life. Yeah, man, we need to get like Hori fan club banners at Power Morphicon. like go like full Matsuri with like headbands and kappas and flags. It's like raise your
that would
flag.
Be perfect for G Fest.
Yeah, Hori is awesome. We love Hori.
Gonna take a Hori higher. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because Hori is awesome.
Yeah. Come on, Hori, take me higher. You got the power of science. Hori is love, Hori is life. Everybody loves Hori. But yeah, so I'm curious about so the cast. So we got so Yuki Totsuka plays the main character of Yuma Hise, and he has no prior acting credits, but he was born in the United States, so that's actually that's an interesting thing. So basically, he's like Ken Hisads from what's it called, Geki Ranger.
Yeah.
And his English voice actor is Paul Castro Jr., who has previously played in Genshin Impact and Persona 3 Reloaded. Okay, cool. Let's see. Joining the cast is Shuichido, who is a new character. He's from a separate organization from the main characters, and we're going to get right into it. He's played by Sho Kaneta. Also, this is his only tokusatsu role from what I'm seeing over here. Let me just check to make sure, because sometimes the Ultraman Wiki only shows the Ultraman side of things. Yeah, he only appeared in one episode of Queen and Old Maid and High and Low Worst X, which is a movie. And his voice counterpart is Maiko Sosuo, who actually previously done English dub for Ultraman Z as Satoshi. I didn't know Ultraman Z had an English dub.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I know X has an English dub because I met one of the voice actors. Yeah. So our female lead, Rina Natsumi, is played by Kaho Mizutani, and her IMDb consists of, let's see, Cinderella again, Namba MGS, Sakura, Gourmet Detective, Gourmet Detective sounds like an interesting thing to check out because I like detectives. I like Gourmet. Oh, she played Mayu in Kamen Rider Ghost.
Oh,
Yeah, so she was in 2 episodes, and if I recall, Mayu was the girl from the Houdini episode. So if that's the case, good to see her again. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much the only other tokusatsu role she's had. And her English counterpart is played by Danny Chambers, who played Sakiru in Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad Gridman. Did you honestly think I wasn't going to say the full thing? Put some respect on Sam Collins. Yeah. She also played in Spy Family, Cookie Run, Genshin Impact. Let's see. She was in Supercar, Ancient Magius Bride. Let's see. What else was she in? There's an anime called Liar Liar. That's crazy. I'm guessing it has nothing to do with a lawyer who is a compulsive liar, and then he has to speak the truth, nothing but the truth for 24 hours. That would have been funny. Let's see. She was in Chainsaw Man, 7 Deadly Sins. Devil is a Part-Timer. She was the teacher from Dragon Ball Superhero. Let's see. What else? My Hero Academia. As Fua. Let's see. She has a very expansive resume, so that's actually interesting. So she might be the most seasoned of the voice actors we've seen so far in the English dub, and of course Genshin Impact. It's like everyone here is in Genshin Impact. Oh yeah, she was in Black Clover. I like Black Clover. I can't believe it's on its final arc now, in the manga at least. Meanwhile, the anime is still on hiatus. You know, it is what it is. Oh, she was in Pokemon Masters as Shelly. Interesting. Let's see. What other roles? There's a lot of things. Like, you could tell I'm not... Oh, she was in the Yu Yu Hakusho OVA as Maya. Interesting. Yeah. Let's see. She was in High School DxDs. Definitely don't watch that one, kids. Let's see. Fire Emblem Heroes. She was in One Piece, Reborn. So that's actually a really nice resume on Danny Chambers' part. Let's see. And of course, our senior executive member, because every team needs to have a senior member. Hiroshi Ban is played by Keiichiro Nishi, who definitely looks familiar. He was in Kyorager versus Go Busters. He actually is Abba Red from Abba Ranger. So he's the arms dopant in Kamen Rider W. So it's actually, so I was thinking, this dude looks familiar. Turns out he was Aubrey Red.
Aubrey Red.
Yeah, like, welcome to the 2 series club. Yeah, can we add a Kamen Rider to your resume? Let's find out. Let's see. Oh, he was in Charavan. Let's see. We already mentioned Kyorager, the movie, because you had the 3 dinosaur Red Rangers together. I actually have Abba Ranger the movie on DVD, so that's actually kind of cool. Let's see. And his English counterpart, I swear, I don't believe it. You know who does his English voice?
Who?
Tony Oliver.
Oh, interesting.
So you got a Power Rangers actor doing the voice of a Super Sentai actor. So that's kind of cool. I don't think I need to go into Tony Oliver's IMDb because, like, what hasn't he been in? He was Ulquiorra Schaefer in Bleach. He was he was that one dude from Eureka 7, Haps. Was it Haps? Yeah, I think it was Haps. The dude who has the Brock eyes.
And he was also Saba in Power Rangers.
Yes. Last but not least, yes, he was that too. And most famously, he played Arsene Lupin III in the anime series Lupin III. So I'm a big fan of Lupin the Third. I'm a big fan of Lupin the original. The actual French gentleman thief novels where they used where they did the JoJo copyright thing before JoJo was a thing. You cannot catch me, Herlock Sholmes, because I am the gentleman thief. I've seen Lupin. Yeah, no, they could not get the rights to have Sherlock Holmes as a character, so they created a fictional counterpart named Herlock Sholmes. So, yeah, again, big fan of Arsene Lupin, and naturally, I extend that affection towards Lupin the Third, the anime series. Still haven't seen the first movie. I want to, though. I don't know how I feel about CGI, but okay. But moving right along, so we know our main human cast. There's also a robot named Yuppie, which is two robots put together named U-Bot and P-Bot, but together it's U-P.
Yeah, P-Bot.
P-Bot. It's like Orbot and Q-Bot from Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, it's like, and then what is it with Sonic trying to build an IKEA cabinet? Remember when this show used to take itself seriously? That never happened. Man, sometimes as cringy and goofy as Sonic Boom was, some of the jokes hit really well.
Your shoddy craftsmanship brings shame to all hedgehog kind. And for that, you will perish.
Yeah. Oh, man, that is perfect. And that's why I know that the real culprit is none other than Justin Bieber. Yes, there's an actual character on that show named Justin Bieber. So,
yes.
But the point being, Keith Silverstein played my favorite character. The greatest detective who ever lived, Victor the Crocodile.
Find the computer room!
Find the computer room! Hey, Shadow, can you help me hack into that one database on the Ark? You gotta stop taking yourself so seriously, Shadow! Man, I swear, I hate how, the one level you get with my favorite character is also my least favorite level.
How ironic.
I still have PTSD from playing Cosmic Falls in expert mode. You walk in with 25 lives and you leave with only 3.
Wow.
And the worst part of it is 21 of those 22 lives I lost were in the same segment. Literally the same one segment of the entire level. Oh, man. But yeah. So, kaiju been attacking the city for 15 years. What else is new? Because there's a meteorite that crashed called the monohorn. Because it's a horn, and there's only one of it. Let me show you something that will really impress you. Okay, but I don't think you could compare it to that monohorn. Oh my god, another monohorn. It's mono and it's horn. That's right, a monohorn. Yeah, so we got our main character is part of an organization called Skits, which basically does research and development on the biology of kaiju. Basically, while Scarred was like a military detachment in the previous season, Skits is more focused on forensics than anything. Yeah, and of course we got our main characters, but we have a new transfer from the GDF, not to be confused with the GGF. Geez, all these organizations sound very similar. Next thing you're going to tell me is that there's a GUTS.
Yeah, about that. We just went over 52 episodes of that. And a movie.
And there's still a sequel after that.
Oh yeah, Super Guts.
And then Guts return, and then Guts Shin. No, sorry, Shin Guts from Trigger.
Actually, it's Guts Select.
I call it Shin Guts because it's guts, but new.
I suppose.
Yeah, it's the new Guts, you know. Directed by Hideki Anno.
Oh, we're getting Shin Ultraman Tiga?
Shin Ultraman Tiga. The story is much darker than you know. It is based on the manga. So if you're a TV watcher, you are screwed. Yeah, man, I remember watching Shin Kamen Rider in theaters, and then and like everyone's just like watching the whole like Spider-Man arc, and I'm like, wait a minute, the way the sequence plays out, oh my god, this isn't just a rehash of the first episode. This isn't even a rehash of the TV show. It's a rehash of the manga, which means, oh boy. Everyone's gonna start crying at like 2/3 into the film. Everyone's gonna start crying in this movie. They don't know, but I know because I actually read the manga. And yeah, exactly what I thought was gonna happen happened, and everyone cried except me because I was mentally prepared. It's like being like the only book reader when they debut the Red Wedding episode of Game of Thrones. It's like no one's expecting the Red Wedding.
And what are you talking about when spoiler alert, when Ichigo dies?
When Rob Stark dies at Edmure's wedding, and like no one saw that coming except for the book readers because they actually read the books. But yes, Ichigo dies and becomes well, to be fair, in the manga, he's still a brain. Just attached to a capsule, like the Zordon ripoff from Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills, while Ichimonji becomes the main character in the last 2 volumes.
Mm-hmm. Tattoo Teenage, dun.
Alien Mass Rider, Tattoo Teenage Mass Rider from Laywood.
Now we need a Shin Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills.
Oh, jeez.
Hideaki Anno, get on that.
Isn't 4S Gridman not enough? Also, why is Kilocon not in the anime? That's the part that like really killed the vibe for me when it came to the anime. It's like you have 4S Gridman and you don't have Kilocon. How dare you, you bastards? But yeah, so they go investigate the Monohorn because they suddenly found some ooze detected. And
no, not Ivan ooze, different ooze.
Yes, yeah, and not the TGRI ooze that gave the turtles their. Although the kaiju in this episode is a turtle, so you're not.
It's a shell kaiju of some kind.
Yeah, turtle-like. Am I kaiju enough for the kaiju club? Kaiju!
And it's got parasites.
Yeah, in its body, which is kind of sad. It's like, have you ever seen that one video where this dude was removing parasites from the abdomen of this one bee?
Yes, I have.
Oh man, that bee must have felt amazing having those parasites removed. Probably hurt a bit, but like the before versus after though. But yeah, no, it's like, yeah, they look like face huggers, dude. Like,
I know. That's exactly what I thought. Is that so? We've got face huggers and Ultraman now.
Yeah, and what's weird is that like they also look like it from. They look like it. Yeah, it from Addams Family. So I'm like, is this supposed to be a Kamen Rider O's reference? You have a red decapitated hand running after people.
Oh, you mean Thing?
Yeah, Thing from Ankh, the Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Addams Family.
Yeah. Ultraman arc. He's 60 feet tall, he farts out rainbows, he fights evil kaiju, the Ultraman arc. Okay, enough improv. But yeah, so they try to fight it off, and then we get an eye catch. Ultraman arc. Ultraman arc. And so the dude introduces himself as Ishido, and he's like, listen, guys, I came here from the GDFs to help you guys. By the way, if we're going to figure out why this kaiju suddenly awoken, I'm going to need some coffee. We don't have coffee. Really? It doesn't have to be homebrew. It could be canned coffee. We don't have canned coffee. Capsule coffee? Nope. Any kind of coffee. Dude, there's a Family Mart across the street. You don't even, like, why are you panicking?
I don't know. Maybe he's got a coffee addiction.
Clearly. I mean, he's like jumping off the walls just because he can't get his coffee. Like, even Kamen Rider W didn't make this big of a deal about coffee. Kamen Rider Deno didn't make this big of a deal about coffee. And they literally have a song called Double Action Coffee Form. Kohi, kara desu ka? Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Man, it's kind of... I hate how, like, the one version I have is the dialogue version. So it's like, wait, so Irie and Naomi talking to each other all the time is part of the lyrics? But then, you know, with Kamen Rider O's, I found out they have dialogue versions of songs. I'm like, damn it. I'm not a fan of dialogue versions. But yeah, no, he's jumping off the walls because they don't have coffee. I'm like, bro, green tea. It also has caffeine. He's like, it's not about the caffeine. Like, in order to improve our thinking power, we need coffee. I'm like, dude, capsaicin is better for cognitive stimulation. Eat some spicy peppers, dude. That's what I do. No, for real though, capsaicin actually stimulates the conductivity of your neurons. So you can actually think faster after eating spicy food.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm surprised they did not mention that in that one Detective Conan spinoff that only had 4 episodes. I didn't even know it was a spin-off Detective Conan until, like, the 3rd episode. All I know is that the Netflix preview just had the guy talking about ordering curry. And I'm like, oh, is this a show about people eating curry and then reviewing it? I like curry. I'm going to watch this. It turns out one of those dudes is a detective. He's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, see, spicy food has capsaicin, which is a fatty acid, so drinking water makes it worse. And I'm like, that is true. That is true. Fatty acid does not mix with water.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I like this. So I'm going to watch this show. And then into episode 3, I'm like, wait, this is a spin-off Detective Conan? And that's where I kind of lost interest because it's like, I've never watched Detective Conan. And it's the longest anime of all time. So I don't know if I can catch up to this. Yeah.
I thought Doraemon was.
Is it? I thought Detective Conan was the longest because, like, it's been ongoing forever. Longest anime ever. Let's see. List of anime series by episode count. Let's have a look. See. Apparently it's something called Saiza-san, which debuted in 1969. You're right. Doraemon is in 5th place with an episode count of 1787. And Detective Conan is 1,128 episodes at 15th place. Huh. Well, I said corrected. But it's still running though. What's funny is that in 16th place it's One Piece. Like just below Case Closed. Just below Case Closed. One Piece is just below Case Closed. Yeah, unless what's it called? Detective Conan has an unforeseen hiatus. I think One Piece will remain in 16th place for a while. But yeah, so yeah, capsaicin, better for thinking. But a giant kaiju shows up because the parasites made it grow big because of silicon carbonate. Or is it calcium carbonate? I forgot what mineral it was. But apparently there's a factory that has a massive amount of this mineral. I'm like, what are the odds?
What are the odds?
We're just going to have a repeat of Blazar episode 3 from Jump Street. Okay. So a bunch of things show up, and apparently this kaiju can shoot out a corrosive toothpaste from its mouth. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. So the long and short of it is, our two main characters, the main character and Ishido. Man, what kind of a main character makes me not remember his name? But like the secondary protagonist, I do remember. Like, what's up with that? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Something went wrong in this plot. Clearly, Yuma, and Ishido.
Not from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zale.
Yeah.
Different Yuma.
Yeah. Isn't it Zexel?
That's the English pronunciation. The Japanese pronunciation is Zale.
Because XYZ. XZs. I don't know, man. 4Kids be weird. Also, 4Kids has the right to WMAC Masters, so y'all need to make a third season. Anyways, so corrosive toothpaste. So Yuma and Ishido use these weird photon guns to shoot out the parasites, but Ishido gets injured from a collapsing building. And then in the mirror, Yuma sees Kamen Rider Odin tempting him to join the Rider War in order to get his one wish if he defeats the other 12 Riders. Wait a minute, that's not Kamen Rider Odin.
It's Ultraman Arc.
Yes. Why are you a separate being? It's like Yuma, you must use the Force, Yuma. But
well, to be fair, most Ultramen are separate from their human hosts.
Usually they're inside their human hosts, aren't they?
Yeah, they're usually like inside of their hosts.
Mm-hmm.
Although some of them make their own human hosts, like Ultra 7 and Ultraman Leo.
Yeah.
It depends on the Ultraman.
Yeah. Also, it's never quite clear. Also, like even with Rube, it's never quite clear if like Rosso and Blue were like the two brothers themselves. Do they become the two brothers from 1300 years ago? So that's not 100% clear. Is it a reverse Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh well, man. Like we're done with Rube, so I guess we don't have to worry about that too much. But yeah, so it's like, will you lend me your power again? Of course I will. You're the main character. Why wouldn't I lend you my power? Now use the Millennium Puzzle, Yugi. And of course, he like solves it like it's the Panku box from Jackie Chan Adventures. And then
or like a Rubik's
giant
Cube.
I like to go with the whole Panku box because of its rhomboid shape.
Yeah.
And then like freaking Arc shows up and just like hugs him to death.
And then Arc fights against Shagong? Was that the name of the kaiju in this episode?
Shagong, yeah. I thought it was gonna be Shadon, but hey, man, you do you. But yeah, it's called Shagong. It's very turtly, and yes, according to the wiki, it is indeed a turtle kaiju. Am I turtly enough for the Kaiju Club. Kaiju.
Wait a minute. That's not Gamera.
No, it's not. But it's got headlights, so that's convenient. That means if like you go towards it at night, it'll let you know that you're driving towards it. Maybe make a right turn. Oh wait, it's Japan. Make a left turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they have a brief fight, and yeah, Arc and Yuma have a conversation while they're fighting the kaiju. So that's interesting. Do Showa Ultraman do that?
Kinda.
Because like I know in the second season, Ultraman, like Ultraman talks to the main character like when he first becomes Ultraman, but I don't remember them talking afterwards.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah. So this is interesting. I would like to learn more about this. And hopefully it's not going to take 20 episodes to make that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like use the power of imagination. Use the power of imagination. Use the power of imagination. And then yeah, no, it's like basically like it's basically if you put if you put the Train Master from Tokuger into Megaforce for the 3DS, where like Emma's like, try breaking the boxes, try breaking the boxes, try breaking the boxes. Except it's Train Master. So use your imagination. Use your imagination. Use your imagination. So he creates a mirror, then he breaks the mirror, and then uses the shards to stab the kaiju.
He makes an ultra barrier, which a lot of Ultramen can do. And for once, he uses the barrier as a weapon.
Yeah, he just snaps it in half. Here's 7 years for your luck.
Yeah, he outright hits him with it, and breaks it in half and stabs the kaiju with it.
See, that's very practical because one thing I like about Spartan shields is the shield itself is also a weapon. Like, if you do a hook while using a Spartan shield, that shield will cut right through your skull.
Mm-hmm.
It's been tested. But yeah, no. So it's like, man, I guess the best defense makes an excellent offense.
Exactly.
In a literal sense, yeah. And then it's like, hey, do you remember Kamen Rider Ghost? Yes. Check this out. Sunglass Slasher. No eyeballs required.
No, instead for the toy, you just put a cube in where between the eyes, kind of.
Yes, put the cube right between the eyes. Put it right between the eyes. Yes, and so in a single rotation, he manages to finish off the kaiju. That's cool. And of course, he flies off with a giant rainbow behind him.
Because apparently he was imagination.
Yes.
Either that or he's a part of the rainbow line.
Yep. Or like he's a My Little Pony character.
Oh, he's Rainbow Dash?
Yes. Yeah. Honestly, like, I do not care for My Little Pony. If you're a Brony or Pegasus, that's your business. More power to you. But
well, yes, I am a fan of My Little Pony, so
more power to you. But yeah.
Like, if you don't like it, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing.
Look, man, look, if it's your thing, I'm not gonna go against it. Like you do you. But Rainbow Dash. Like, yeah, I saw the first 3 seasons. I used to babysit. It is what it is. I mean, the animation wasn't terrible. Although I would have to say having a song in every episode is kind of grating. But hey, as long as it's one of the better songs, not Winter Wrap Up.
Oh, Winter Wrap Up, Winter Wrap Up.
I hate that song. I don't know why that song in particular, but I like the time travel episode. No, actually, I like the Preflex episode better. The one where Pinky could like preflex around obstacles. That was kind of cool. But I still feel traumatized now. One time where like she turns into that Generation 3 version.
Oh yeah. Bet you can't make your face crazier than this.
Yeah, no, I still have nightmares from that. But yeah, no, it's like, yeah, Ishido joins the team permanently, and he gives everyone a gift. A garden of red hot chili peppers. I wish. No, it's a coffee maker. It's a coffee.
Mr. Coffee.
Mr. Coffee. Yeah. We didn't talk about Yuppie very much, but Yuppie exists. He's a robot. He turns into two other robots. One of them does reconnaissance. The other holds the fort. And the one that holds the fort has a much goofier personality, while U-Bot is more stoic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it for the episode. So what are your thoughts on the design of the debut kaiju in this episode?
It's interesting. I was able to see it through toy listings. Well, actually, no, not toy listings. Some people I've subscribed to reviewed the vinyl figure before the show came out. So it's an interesting kaiju design. You know, it's a shell kaiju. Yeah. So, you know, it's something a little different.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, last season we had a lobster kaiju. So, yeah. I'm not a fan of Malakastraka. So, thank you, Blazar, for destroying that thing. But you didn't have to do the eel kaiju so dirty.
Yeah.
Freshly grilled for everyone's eating pleasure. And of course, yeah, no, I do welcome the change. And I actually do like the headlights like on the side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like it makes it look more unique and technical, because one thing I was not particularly a fan of in half of the Rube episodes is how they had how some of the kaiju had the basic Showa designs. You know, like,
yeah, they reused a lot of kaiju for that season.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure the designs were cool back then, but like now it's like I'm just so spoiled by Super Sentai and Kamen Rider for their monster designs that it's like can't really compare the three. And of course, Blazar like did a great job designing their kaiju.
The vast majority of kaiju in Blazar were all new, so that was something that I appreciated about Blazar, rather than, you know, for about a decade of reusing old monsters.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do have a soft spot for Pigmon / Garurumon, but yeah, generic lizard kaiju, generic turtle kaiju, generic bird kaiju. It's nice that we have a turtle kaiju that doesn't look like an anthropomorphic Gamera ripoff. Like, this one felt like an interesting kaiju. It's like you know TurtleCon from Time Force.
I'm trying to remember it. I haven't seen Time Force in a while.
Third episode, when they first used the Megazord.
Oh yeah, that monster. Yeah, I remember now.
That was a cool design. That's what I felt nostalgic for. Seeing this kaiju. They don't get me wrong, they did not look identical, but the thing is, it had a unique anthropomorphic turtle design, and I appreciate that. I also appreciate that it doesn't have a cannon on its back because, you know, V3. and if you've been watching Gotchard, you know, the 100-second Kemi is a turtle with a cannon on its back. They made Blastoise a Kemi.
I see.
Yeah. Let's see. What are your thoughts on the design for Ultraman in this season?
It's interesting. I mean, the design stuff looks very Showa, but he's got black around his neck area.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed he does have a bit of a Showa design to him. Like, so much so that, like, in certain scenes, it looks like his head was, like, disproportionately big to compared to his hands. Especially when he's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that looked really weird to me. And it takes me back to the singular thing that I found off-putting about Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. Now, don't get me wrong. As it is right now, it is my least disliked Power Rangers movie. Like, it's the one I would prefer to watch out of the three.
But it's my favorite out of the Power Rangers movies.
But I would say the one thing that I would complain the most about for that movie is the suit for the Megazord, because he's got tiny little hands and a massive head. And it's specifically in the movie, like in the show, like it's not as noticeable. But like in the movie, he's got a big head and such tiny little arms. It's like you'd think that maybe like you could make like a sword guard shaped like a fist. So then you would put your hand through that sword guard so it looks like you have a giant hand holding a sword. You'd think.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, look, I have no problem with the boat scenes. I have no problem with the scuba scenes. I love the volcano scene. It's just the suit for the Megazord that I had a problem with. Just that one thing. And it's not even like a design issue. It's more of a mechanical issue. It's like, why is your head so big and your hand so tiny? Or as that racist land developer from You Don't Mess with the Zohan would say, no, the ratio, you ruined it. Except for me, the ratio is head to hands. It's like, it's like that joke from Family Guy where it's like, if your hand is bigger than your face, you probably have cancer. I can't believe you fell for that. No, but there's something funny about cancer. But
yeah.
But Family Guy be guy familying, so it is what it is. What are your thoughts on what's your first impression on the four main characters, the four human characters? That is.
I kind of need to know a bit more about them first.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're all right so far, but I kind of need to know a bit more about them first.
Mm-hmm. I find Ishido. I feel like Ishido is hiding something, and not just because he's from the GDF.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah, it's like he's withholding something, and I feel like there's something else going on. Just because like he said something in a certain way, it escapes me at the moment. But like I'm just like he said something in a particular way. It's like, why did you phrase it that way? And yeah, and I know they're trying to throw us off with the whole coffee joke, but
yeah,
yeah, I still can't believe that Abare Red is in this series, so I want to see more of him. I hope it doesn't take 21 episodes for him to get a focus episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I know Yuppie will definitely get at least 2 focus episodes because it's freaking Yuppie. Heck, even in Go Busters, Usagi Lettuce had a focus episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what score would you give this episode?
8.5 out of 10.
I would also give it an 8. I feel like there was something off about the pacing for this episode. Hopefully it will improve in episode 2 now that we're settled in. But as far as first episodes go, I feel like there were definitely some pacing issues compared to, say, Tiga, Rube, Lazar. I still can't believe I can honestly say I finished watching 3 whole seasons of Ultraman. Well, gotta wait 6 months to finish a fourth one.
Yep.
But here's hoping. Here's hoping. Here's hoping. Alrighty. No comments tonight, guys. So I think it's because maybe people are just really tired from like having to deal with AX, because a lot of our fans did go to AX this past weekend, and it's super hot, super crowded, as it always is. And oh man, I just want to lie down in a tub of ice and just stay there till all the ice melts, and then put liquid nitrogen in there. But not with me in it, though, just to be clear. Yeah, I did not think that one all the way through. But yeah, it's that hot. So, everyone, stay safe, stay hydrated, update your emergency kits, hug your loved ones, and make sure you're wearing weather-appropriate attire. And if you enjoy watching our discussion, please be sure to comment, like, subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, ding the bell icon. Stay notified for our latest videos, and of course, share the video because it helps out with the algorithm, and ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. We do Ultraman Arc on Mondays, Kamen Rider God Chart on Wednesdays, Bakugage Sentai Boom Boom on Thursdays, and Kamen Rider Fies on Sundays. And I have to say, this past weekend's episode was hilarious because freaking Yuka's kill count, man. Yuka's kill count is crazy. And of course, check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we do movie reviews. We did the 4 Crow movies, the 4 Shrek movies, the 3 Naked Gun movies, and tomorrow, 8 p.m. Pacific, we'll be doing Pump Up the Volume from 1990. And yes, it's a 90s film, so, you know, collaboration with growing up in the 90s. Actually, all 4 of the movies we'll be discussing in this month are from the 90s, so there's that. And of course, if you want to say hi to us in person, we will both be at Power Morphicon 2024.
And I will also be at G-Fest this weekend.
Oh, nice. Where is G-Fest?
Chicago.
Ah, well, tell us where G-Fest is.
It's at the Hyatt Regency in Chicago O'Hare.
Cool. And of course, Power Morphicon will be at the Pasadena Convention Center August 23rd to the 25th. Get your tickets now. They announced a lot more guests, as they do every Monday. Let's be honest. This is going to be the biggest Power Morphicon ever. My wallet's going to cry just for trying to get my Jungle Fury DVD autograph, because they're going all out with the Jungle Fury cast. Let's be honest. Like just a few streams ago, I made a joke about like, you guys gotta add Jeff Dolan into the guest roster, and lo and behold, he was one of the guests announced this week. So, Dark Shi has arrived to Morphicon. Yeah, so we got Jared and Daishi. Perfect.
Yep.
All right. And with that said, if you want to check out our personal content, where can the people find you?
You can find me at youtube.com, Axel Ranger.
And you could find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. With all that said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you guys again real soon. Goodbye.
See ya.
Take me, Ark.